Hello YouTube, thank you for visiting my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to look inside your carburetors on a two-stroke motor, outboard motor. Yesterday, the reason why I'm wanting to look inside is yesterday when we were on the water fishing, we noticed that the boat was starting to cough a little bit as we were on the way. The more gas I gave it, more throttle we gave it, the more it coughed. It really didn't stall, but you could hear it coughing. Usually when that happens, it's got something to do with the carburetors either being dirty or the fuel being real lean. So I just kind of want to break it down real quick and take a look inside of. Get the cooling off. Just gonna sit it down right here. So you really can't see the carburetors from here with these are the spark plugs. I'm gonna take a look at those because I noticed that one of them down below, it usually doesn't make much of a difference, but I noticed that this one on the bottom is very corrosive, and that could also be causing it to have an issue. I doubt it though, but I just have to look inside the spark plug itself. First, this box has to be removed, and then you'll be able to see the carburetors. There's 3 carburetors on this motor. So I have removed 3 out of the 4 screws already. Just using a flathead screwdriver. Just going to remove the last one. What it's going to look like. You can see the bottom carburetor, the middle carburetor, and the top carburetor. Flush your motor out, especially in salt water, after every use. Can't tell you how important it is to flush out the entire motor. If you do not do it on a regular basis, you start getting some buildup, and it actually cause the motor to have some issues down the road. So I spotted another little problem where my telltale water is supposed to, when you first start the motor, water is supposed to be shooting out of there, and it's not. That usually happens when I got the boat in shallow water, and the motor's soaking up mud and all kinds of stuff, and it's all run through this little bitty pipe here that goes all the way along here and out right here. So smallest debris will actually clog that little elbow. It's just a plastic piece of elbow that attaches to the motor itself on the side, and I'll show you how that can be cleaned out. It's fairly easy, 5 minutes or less. Basically take the hose clamp off, loosen it up enough where, just be careful not to damage the little plastic in there. Just a little plastic sleeve, really. So you can see the hose there. I'm just gonna blow through it to make sure there's nothing clogging it. I also like to use this piece. It's just like a part of the weed eater, right? I usually carry it with me, and basically what I'll do is I'll stick it in here, And usually do this when I'm on the water and I notice that hey, I'm not getting the telltale peeing, right, like it should. So I'll do that, and then imagine that the hose is clamped onto this little elbow, and then what I'll do is this little thing will literally reach all the way in there, and you get the point. It's just hand tightened on there, so you should not need to use any pliers. In fact, I would not use pliers because, like I said, it's a plastic little. It's just an elbow, really. And if you're not careful, you literally will break it. So this is what the part looks like. Just a little bitty thing, and it attaches to the side of the motor there. I'm gonna use the same little deal and try to see if I can get any dirt to come out of there. I did clean it a bit. I shouldn't have tried to clean it, I guess, first before doing the video, but I did clean it just by cleaned it just like I would if I was in the water. It looked like I might have been able to free up quite a bit of it already. I'm not seeing any debris or anything coming out of there. I would just make sure that you clean the threads on the little plastic, and you try to clean the threads down here as well, just to make sure that there's no dirt or anything there. Please be sure that when you first start it, that you do not cross thread this little plastic. As you know, plastic and metal does not really mix, and if you cross thread the plastic, it's going to be pretty much gone. One thing I like to add about the earmuffs is I normally do not like to run the motor a very, very long time on them, just because you're just not getting the volume of water that you would when it's normally in the water. So you really literally only getting water from this area here, which should be enough to feed the shaft and all the way out the pee hole. If you do not see your pee hole peeing, or your telltale not spitting water out, please keep an close eye on that. You should really be replacing your water pump at least once a season. So I made some small adjustments to the carburetors. Very, very small adjustments is all it takes. You go in one way. If you go to the right, you're gonna have less gas coming to the bowls. If you go to the left, basically you have more gas coming into the bowl. So you have to just find that sweet spot. Even though you have 3 carburetors, they're not gonna be exactly set exactly the same. What I mean by that is, if you give one a half a turn, say the bottom one, and in the middle one you try to do the same thing, the motor may not run as efficient. So it's kind of like a feel here and feel adjustment that you have to make. Short.